Oh, are you in for a treat? Um, Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good day, whatever the part of the world you are tuning in to see us live, or maybe you're getting on a replay. But I'm going to do a interview um, with a very special person. Um, she is. Um, Boy, I could tell you lots of things about her, but I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about herself. So, would you please welcome Lucie Rosa-Stagi? Hello,
Hey,
Lucy.
hi, how are you, friend?
I'm awesome. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you. So, can you tell my audience a little bit about you, um, and then we'll go with our interview.
Well, I don't want to tell my whole life story, so I'm going to try to condense it in a few words. Born in French Canada, left Canada at the age of 21 because back then women, you know, back then women didn't leave home till you were 21. And that was a legal age. Moved away, moved to Europe, lived there, came back. Wanted to immigrate to the States. I did. I first went to New York and then San Francisco, and I ended up there for 35 plus years. And
Oh,
basically, what I did in San Francisco was teach mostly with the Jesuits in a college prep high school. And then when when I retired from teaching, I moved to Mexico. So here I am in Mexico.
wow, that's amazing. And how did you get involved with the self-knowledge business?
That's a good story. Um, well, when I retired, all I wanted to do was be for, just be, how people go, oh, I'm tired of doing it. All I want to do is be. So I did that for 10 years. And all of a sudden, I had this feeling that it was time to give back to society. And so the other thing that happened to me is I found myself single at the age of 70 after having a 10-year relationship. And I thought, oh my God, who's single at 70? Usually at 70, you can solve all sorts of problems. You could be together forever. Well, it wasn't the case. And I still had dreams. I had a big dream of traveling the world first class. And I thought, wow, now I'm down to one income. What do I do? And so I kind of looked at my situation. I had some property. I thought, well, I'll rent that out. I had an Airbnb. And then I thought, well, that ties me too much to one place. So I thought, well, I'll be an entrepreneur. I'm going to start my business online. And of course, Brent, I didn't know anything about online business. I knew how to copy and paste. That was the extent of what I knew what to do with a computer. But there I did, forged ahead and found out I paid a little money, hooked up with a guru who had me doing some e-commerce. So I thought, okay, e-commerce must be the way you do business online. E-commerce makes sense. And so I started a Shopify store, and I had two little Yorkies at the time. And I thought, well, I'll sell these Yorkie little outfits and accessories for Yorkies, and that'll be fun. And then it took me a year and a half to get everything together. Why? Because technology got in my way. You can imagine I
Mm.
was not born in the matrix. So but when I hit the first wall was when I needed help. I couldn't do something, and I thought, well, okay, where do I get the help? Where there must be a contact number. Who do I call? Well, to come to find out that business online, the way that you get help is that you fill out a form, and they say we'll get back to you in 48 hours. And I'm going, oh my God, am I in trouble?
Oh
48
no.
hours. This is the way they do business online. No wonder everybody's getting rich. They don't pay anybody to take care of the client. Anyway, by the time 48 hours came around, there was somebody who could help me. And so that was my very first kind of, oh, my second one was when I finally got my Shopify store all ready to go an hour and a year and a half later. And I had some people help me here and there. And I had this aha moment and I thought, oh my God, what am I doing? I do not want to work with products. I want to work with people. So I pivoted. And at the time, the guru that I was following and who helped me with my e-commerce business, he started selling apps. Now, I wasn't very knowledgeable about apps, but I knew that he was very good. He knew what he was doing because he was creating apps for us, his customers, because we were having to make things simpler. So I thought, and he wanted to start selling these through an affiliate marketing program, and I went, well, I know him. I know he's good. I can sell his stuff because I know how good he is. But then comes the second wall. I had to join this company called ClickFunnels. I'm going, what's ClickFunnels? So I get into ClickFunnels and I go, oh my God. ClickFunnels, I find, okay, websites are a dead thing. ClickFunnels is in now. Everybody's going to be selling through funnels, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, okay, all right. And so I worked through that. What I did find out from Russell Brunson, who is the owner of ClickFunnels, when you don't know who, you find the who. So I learned some lessons along the way, you know. And then all of a sudden, I get this email from Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi, who are starting a new legacy of self education is the new norm. And I thought, this is brilliant. Of course, everybody's self-educating. Even I, I'm at Google University asking questions and finding out. I said, but they're taking this a step further. They're looking for they made the comment that yes, people want information, but people want more than information today. They want expertise. And so they were creating a program so that people could use their knowledge and their expertise to create courses, create mindsets, and to become coaches and entrepreneurs to help impact other people's lives. And I'm
Wow.
going, this is brilliant. I love this. And of course, I got behind it. That is how I got into affiliate marketing. But here's the great thing about that. I didn't know what I was, still didn't know what I was doing. I happened to go away on a pilgrimage with Mary Morrissey, one of my mentors, and we were in Israel. And just before I left, I thought, what am I going to do with this business? Oh, I'll prepare a little business card that says, you're only one opportunity away from ClickFunnels. You're only one funnel away. You're only one opportunity away with Dean and Tony. And so I was passing this out. People were asking me what I was doing at the in on the pilgrimage, and wouldn't you know, I got home and I had made $5,000 while I was away, and I'm going, oh my God, I didn't even do anything. I didn't even work. This works. Oh my God, and that's how I got into the affiliate
Wow.
marketing. So
That's amazing.
the rest is history. Now I have my own business. I have my own teammates, and we actually model off of Tony and Dean, and we have our own framework, and we help people launch their business online,
That's
just like I learned to do when I first started.
beautiful, Lucy. Um, what's the biggest challenge you found uh, when you're getting involved with this movement, so to speak?
Well, the self-education is the new norm. Having been an educator, I met up with some other educators. In fact, Mike Empolgado, who is one of my teammates, it was a teacher also, and we had joined forces because we were looking for ways to how can we make traditional education better because it wasn't serving our kids anymore. And so we kind of both, when this happened, thought, of course, this is the new generation of how you learn. And so we kind of both got into it, and that's how we matched up as a company. The hardest thing for me was and I don't want to say, I'm not very techie savvy. I'm kind of an intuitive. So all of my whole life I've gone, if it feels good in my gut, you know, today we call it intuition, but back then we used to say, do you feel it in your gut? You know, it's a gut reaction. Then it's for me. And having to differentiate between courses and people who wanted to help me. I mean, I think everybody had good intentions. They just didn't. They weren't courses that I was prepared to do. So it was like being very discernible about taking courses and buying things online that weren't really, it's not that they weren't good. I just wasn't ready for them, you know?
That's right.
Yeah.
So, and what's the one success you can tell the audience what you experienced over the last few years?
Well, for me, I love serving others, and I met a team of other people. We're four altogether who are intergenerational. I'm the baby boomer. The youngest one is a millennial, and the two are in between generations. And all of us have kind of the same value. We have the same values, and we really all were coming from a place to serve, and we all were in self-development, and we all kind of gravitated toward people like Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi and Brenda Bouchard. And so we were all kind of, very open to that, and just wanting to serve, because we know, and we heard it over and over again, if you help enough people succeed, you will be successful. And
Wow,
so I think in our Launch Lab Academy, we have seen people be successful, and they've come back and they're helping now people to be successful. It's
that's
a journey.
wonderful.
It's a journey. And it's not about the product so much. It's about who you become on this journey, you know?
Well, that's beautiful. I know that because I got involved with you
Hmm.
through Launch Lab, and you're right. Your team is they're excellent people. They're both good people, and they're good serving me and others in Launch Lab. And I know I um, took your advice, and I joined a social platform. It's new, but it's called Be Connected. This is what we're on, and it's opened my eyes to many, many different possibilities.
Right,
And for example, this while we're doing the interview, we're streaming to three other location or platforms. I'm doing two on Facebook. I'm doing a Facebook Live, and my, my group in Facebook, and I'm also doing it to my YouTube channel, and I don't do anything else. So I love that, and I love the possibilities Be Connected makes for me, you, and everybody.
absolutely. Yeah. And I'm so glad that you joined, because when Be Connected came to me, it was just in time, because we were helping, as you well know, in Launch Lab Academy, we were helping people, launch their business. It's a process, as you're here to testify. It's a process. You have to learn the steps, the 9 steps to get you ready to launch. And the very first launch is making sure that you have all your little ducks in the row, and that everything's going to work. The second launch is your beta launch. Maybe you invite a partner, to be a co-host. And the third launch, well, you invite a client. And for me, it was like, okay, now what do we do after that? Because I know Facebook will only show 2% to 5% of your people. So I thought, okay, my people, I have got to find something better. Then I found Be Connected. This is where they can then migrate to, you know, to find the greater audience. First of all, you get on and you have an audience already made for you. 22. I think we're close to. 3 people away from being 23,000 people. So immediately there's an audience for you. So I thought, oh, this is perfect, perfect, perfect for my people. And then so many, and then I was so pleasantly surprised because you could monetize your business too.
That's
Not only
beautiful.
grow it, but monetize it. Mhm.
Well, speaking
Absolutely.
of that, Lucy has um, a free guide that she wants you to find out about it. And so I'm going to, oops, I'm sorry, I'm blocking you. But you can click on it right now, and you will be transported through the magic of internet to her website, and you can pick up her brand guide uh, and fill out your information, and you will get it. So it's beautiful that this it's like where we are now in almost to 2024. Um,
Mhm.
it's funny, Lucy. I used to laugh a lot about all the um, predictions the experts would make back in the 70s and 80s, 1970s and 1980s about
Mhm.
uh, uh, you carry the phone with you, and you'll have a phone number that goes with you wherever you move. And I thought that was crazy. And I would see the Jetson cartoons, and I would see they would be talking to people just like this, and I would think, "Wow, that's amazing!" And it's fun. What's going to be coming down in the next 5 years.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's amazing. And technology is working so fast today that it's hard to keep up. But we have a platform here that is helping us keep up. And we don't have to do the work. They're doing it for us. I mean, this is an awesome platform. So,
It is. I'm really excited with it. It's really meeting my needs perfectly, and
mhm,
I suspect it's meeting everybody else. And what I'm most excited about is going to watch the growth. I was on way back when. I'm an early adopter, and I saw the magic of AOL. Remember back then? And
absolutely.
so I got involved with a budding group of veterinarians that wanted to educate people um, uh, as well. And it's called Veterinary Information Network. And it grew. So I would teach my information on AOL, but
Wow.
that was way back when, and I used to think it's going to be better. But Be Connected takes AOL and just supercharges, uh, uh, and it's wonderful.
Absolutely. I mean, I look at these buttons here. They're all live buttons. Somebody can connect with you and become a Be Connected member for free. And then, of course, you have a checklist here to get the survivors kit bundle. How wonderful is that? And then, of course, you have a group, for that can join you and build a community with you, which is great. Unbelievable.
Yes, they can join the Discovery Zone on Be Connected, and it's fun, and we discover together. And let me give you, uh, which is really cool, um, when you're seeing this through replay, the buttons are still live. That's so I'm going to give you Lucy's brand guide, and when you click on this, when it's a day later, a week later, a month later, 5 years later, it will still be alive. So
Right.
please take her up on her offer, and you will be most happy that you did.
And by the way, folks, it's free. Now, who doesn't like free, right? A guide
Yes.
to help you, succeed online. So go for it.
All right. Well, Lucy, it was wonderful to have you, and as always, is um, tremendous to hear your story and your challenges and your successes.
Thank you
So,
so very much for having me.
thank you. Um, so, uh, just have a wonderful day, and to your success.